Yashodanandana Prajanaranjana Yashodanandana Prajanaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachandi Jamuna Tira Vanachandi Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Sai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol Nita, Gora Hari Bol. Sai Gora, Sai Gora. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Stotra Sita Sishimani Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Charya Jagadguru Sri Bhakti Dhira Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Stotra Sita Sishimani Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Gudi Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से हो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपाल गोपीनाथ श्याम राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। नावडू मायपुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथ पुरी धाम की जय। जमुना माई की जय। गंजेश माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। समवेत वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories assemble devotees. All glories assemble devotees. All glories assemble devotees. Glory to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Krishna Krishna Prabhupada Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Bhakti Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sabitam Jai Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Kadati Swadantikam Pandiham Shri Gurun Shri Yutapada Kamal Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prisavana Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sundhyaya Vacha Patitanam Pavanivyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Shri Prabhupada ki Shri Swapani Sari ki Hare Krishna. What happened? Okay, we can just continue with it. They're not be working. You cannot charge it there. So plug it in. Yes, go ahead. We are here for you now. What do you want to say?
During the network of instructions, when NOD, some offenses we read. One was that obeisances in the temple, offering obeisances
Yes.
inside the temple in front of deity to others, means those who are sannyasis, gurus, maharaj, and all. Is it permitted or not permitted? Inside the temple and all.
This one is working for the time being. While they have so you can move it. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Your question was the Doctor of Devotion, I think chapter 29. The offenses have been listed. One of them is that we should not offer obeisances to someone else before the deities. So now you're asking if that includes one spiritual master or other senior devotees. For proper, yes, to offer obeisances. That is right. And one spiritual master we should offer obeisances. That should be done anywhere, anytime. Yes, we can. That was the reason why Balaram killed Ramahasan. Because one should not get down from ascent to offer obeisances when you're speaking. But that principle does not apply to the spiritual master. It doesn't apply to the personality of God. So we should offer obeisances to yourself. That is bona fide. We should offer. The deity is open or not, we should offer obeisances. And the proper is there. That should be done. It's not against. But someone else, no, shouldn't do that. So, because it is a disrespect to Krishna. We didn't organize excuse me, the position of Krishna. The same way we don't spread our feet before, we don't also back him. So offense. Or these days people are answering a phone call before the date is all the same thing. It's an offense. You don't answer a call before the date is. Before your special master also, it's an offense. The Buddhists are doing, but it's not correct. The idea is that once you be respectful or behave properly before the respectable person, it should be done always, but especially for a respectable person, you should recognize the person's position. Just like the first number one offense against the holy dam, that one should not disrespect or criticize a sadhu, a spiritual master, who has the power to reveal the dam. We should not. That's the first principle. That applies to Krishna, the Supreme Lord, and his representatives. Right?
And, even if in my Guru Maharaj, then also will I not pay obeisances inside the temple?
You should pay. For your guru, you should pay.
And other gurus?
Not necessary. Not necessary. Not necessary. Only for your guru you can do. And Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you.
Even for your own special master, you don't pay obeisance to his brother before him. Like what the scripture said. Yes, bro.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Before I came for the Bhakti Sasri course, usually what I do is when I go to a temple, I pay obeisance to Prabhupada, then only to Krishna. But then along the courses, you attend these Vaishnava etiquettes. They say that the temple is belong to Krishna, so we should offer obeisances to Krishna, then only to Prabhupada. Can Maharaj clarify this?
Who said?
I mean, the cross, we learn this, I learned this, understood that. So when we go to the temple.
Yes, I understand. I understand. Someone raised his hand. I want to know. They want to answer the question or you want to support it? No, you want to support it.
No, it's fine. Okay. So actually, my senior has given this instruction about the pranam, from where we should start and where should end. So entering into the temple, before the gate of the temple, we should pranam all the Vaishnavas, and then once we should enter the temple is the home of Lord. So we should start serial wise, like first Prabhupada, and then our senior told all the Panchatattva, and then Lord Narasimha, and then go to Radha. Is it a good sequence? Just I am also curious.
There is no Krishna without Krishna's devotees. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami said, Krishna is not complete without his devotee. Krishna is complete only with his devotees. So everything begins from the spiritual master. When you enter the temple room, the first person, the Prabhupada will have to offer obeisance first to Prabhupada before Krishna. Have you read the deity was the Bhakti Ticket book? Huh? Yes. Bhakti Ticket. And Krishna explained all this detail, deity worship in the 11th canto. Asimal Bhagavatam. We did that with Bhakti Vedanta before I came in online. We were with them before we came for Bhakti Sastri. We look at the deity worship, the process for deity worship. We have to take permission first from the Guru. Srila Prabhupada. Then we go to Krishna.
There's two aspects. One is, say we go to temple before the altar open, then we pay obeisance to Prabhupada. If the altar open, follow the same sequence also.
Altar is open, you don't open. The first person we should see when we enter into the temple is Prabhupada is there. And the first person we should go. Then we can go to Krishna. Every time you see when I enter the temple in the morning, straight to Prabhupada. Although I'm passing through Panchatattva, I will go to Prabhupada first, then I will go to Panchatattva, then I come to Dhira Damodara and sing again. That is what I followed. We trained from beginning like this. So Prabhupada is first person I see. It is Prabhupada we should first respect.
So in the Panchatattva altar also, Prabhupada is there. These deities is there. So we can offer there also, right? And then continue.
Then what Prabhupada is doing there in this on his asana?
But the deities are already there in the Panchatattva altar.
What Prabhupada is doing there, then we shall remove him from there and leave there. He's there in altar, so we can remove him from there since he's there in altar. Yes, remove him from there. So we go to the deity because it's also there.
When we are entering to the Panchatattva gate, so Panchatattva is visible. So should we pay obeisances in the mind at least before going to the Prabhupada?
No problem. Yeah, you can do.
Because if I am seeing, I'm not
or paying obeisance at least in the mind, then is it a disrespect?
You can pay, no problem.
No,
But
Prabhupada is there in that right side, no?
Prabhupada is on the right side, so before
Yes.
going to the right side, we are
the
seeing
altar is open. You pay obeisances there. It's a pranama mantra, the special master to Prabhupada before the Panchatattva. If you are going to offer there. In their mind, you should offer that obeisance. You should offer the obeisances, chant your Guru Pranama mantra, chant the proper Pranama mantra before the Panchatattva mantra.
okay, then again going to Prabhupada and doing Ashtanga Pranam.
Yes, you can do that.
And what is the sequence? The sequence I told Maharaj, that is correct or like?
The first is a Guru, second is Prabhupada. Panchatattva, yani to the single day or to other whatever. That's the sequence. Is it clear? So you have any doubt? Yes.
And the altar is closed.
Yes.
When you go first for the altar is closed. First we pay obeisances to Vaishnava. And then to Lord also. I mean, after
The altar is closed when you enter. Say from here, you are going to see the Panchatattva altar. So the altar is closed. So the devotees are there. So Vaishnavas, they want to offer obeisance. Okay, you can offer them obeisances. Then to Prabhupada. If the altar is open, then you start from there as soon as they enter because they are there. So you offer. While you are offering, you also start from the spiritual master to Prabhupada, then Panchatattva, then you can go to the others. That's sequence. That is a sequence. So forth.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, in Indian culture, we have certain form of worship called Kuladevata or family deities, where the family traditions comes years and years of following that. So in Krishna conscious, how we look at them?
Deity worship, demigod worship. Demigod worship begins after we fell from our transcendental position, where we have turned away our face from Krishna. And it is natural for the soul to have respect for a superior person. Now we have turned away from Krishna, and it is natural that we should look for somebody, a person to worship. So who is the next person? The next person to Krishna is a demigod. That's the beginning of demigod worship. Demigod worship is not in the spiritual world. It is here in the material world, in our conditioned state. And Krishna told us many places. Chapter 7, text 20. Less intelligent people worship demigod. Down to 23. When I see someone wants to, I wish we have made the person heart very strong and steady there, so he can devote there. 25. If you worship demigod, you go there. Worship ancestors, you go there. Worship ghosts and spirit, you go there. But if you worship me, you come to me. So demigod worship is not authorized in our scripture. Because the idea is that we worship them as a supreme God. And that's an offense. Only Krishna is the supreme. All other persons are his servant. All of us are his servant. So we have adopted this demigod worship, and we have become addicted to it. But we should know that the demigod worship was not there. We started it here after our fall from worshipping Krishna. So that was the secondary choice, the second choice for us. So we are following the second choice. Now we are being trained to go back to our first choice. The first choice is Krishna. Make sense to you? Okay. And in the Krishna book, Indra's episode, Srila Prabhupada mentioned clearly, one should not worship demigod even if they are angry with us. We shouldn't worship them. He's referring to Indra. He was angry with Bijabasis. So even if they are angry, we shouldn't worship them. Worship only Krishna. If we depend on Krishna, what will the demigods do? Indra tried his best, but he didn't succeed. He failed.
Maharaj, you can see sometimes there is an over dependence of devotees on astrology for marriage or future events and Vastu. Can we know that? Can we depend on these things? Or should we take exclusive shelter of Lord Krishna in all circumstances?
Vastu is a big science. Vastu is a big science. And it is important for us to follow it. Follow the guide. If you follow the guide, it's important. It will create the auspiciousness which we hope to get. It's important to follow that. It is not ordinary. It's a big science which is very, very, very good, scientific. Where the position the deities to face back is all important. Our temples should be constructed like that. It is Vastu. It is Vastu that we have to put another says on the ground before we build it, construct a temple. It is Vastu. It should be done always. Even our architectural drawings should be done according to Vastu. It has effect. If you follow the sign very nicely, it has effect. It will create auspiciousness in the place. Things will work nicely. I remember one devotee is a devotee, and he has a very good knowledge about this Vastu science. When he came to our temple in Lagos, immediately he saw so many things. He mentioned something. He was not there, but when he came, when he visited there, he mentioned something which was happening there. It's because he said there's something wrong with the Vastu setting, and he asked us to correct it. We did some adjustment wherever possible. It works nicely. Yes, astrology according to third canto of Bhagavatam. Maitreya Muni was speaking to Vidura. So if a devotee is not affected by our astrological calculation, but that is a devotee. That's a devotee. For those of us who consciousness is very high, it's not very high. It has effect. may not be accurate, but it has effect. But for those whose devotion is very high, not necessary. I remember here one devotee, she's living here, country here, Prabhu's wife. She wrote a book. If you want to spoil your life, if you want to mess up with your life, then you go to astrology. Herself is an astrologer, so she knows what she said that. She wrote a book. She wrote a book on that. So Papa life was predicted is going to go abroad after 7 years, but it happened. Not all work perfectly, but some come true. So it is not, yes, for in terms of marriage, like you said, in terms of marriage. And also in the third canto of what I'm Prabhupada mentioned carefully, the compatibility is important to be checked. The compatibility of a boy and a girl should be checked. A boy of demonic nature should be given to a girl of demonic nature. A girl of divine nature should be given to a boy of divine nature. That's compatible. They'll be happy in their marriage. But if a divine is given to demonic, they will not be happy because they're not compatible. And the marriage will not be sweet. It's necessary. And Prabhupada went as far as saying that without this compatibility, proper engagement, the children born in Kali Yuga are not human beings. So to some extent, it can be applied to some extent.
Maharaj, in many cultures, the people have effect of black magic. Nobody say openly, but it is very much influence in India as well as abroad also. The people using some uncontrolled souls to do that. In that case, Krishna consciousness, how we survive.
That is different from the real thing. That's different from astrology. That is different.
I know.
Black magic is different.
But in that case, how we can take the help of Krishna consciousness and serve ourselves?
For astrology?
No, for black
for
magic.
Black magic?
Yes.
Oh. If we someone projects such a negative energy towards us, how to resolve it? You see, if we point a torch to the sun, what would happen? If we point a torch to the sun, nothing will happen, right? So if our Christian consciousness is very high, we will not be affected. But if our Christian consciousness is not very high, we will be affected because it is Christian's energy. It is Christian's energy. Have you forgotten in Dwarka? Lakshman, he fell down under the spell of Indrajit. He fell unconscious, right? He has to go and bring a medicine to come and revive you. The same thing happened to that Pradyumna in Dwarka when he was fighting. He fell unconscious. It's a weapon. The Shakti has a weapon. The weapon is, it's Shakti, has energy. That energy is coming from Krishna. Krishna's energy may be demonically used, but it's Krishna's energy misused. Just like a child holding a knife is dangerous because it can injure somebody. But if a doctor is holding the same knife, he will cure a person. See, it is an energy, but in the wrong hand. So we call it the black magic. So if we are spiritually high, we are fully Christian conscious, or our faith in Christian is very strong, it will not affect us. We can overcome it. You feel it because it's an energy. You feel it, but it cannot be destroyed. You will overcome it without consulting somebody else. I'm speaking from experience. Not just not just a story from experience. But if we are not serious in Christian consciousness, it will affect us seriously. It will affect us. So it's become serious in Christian consciousness. Yes, I know it is. It is there. It is there. Yes, bro. No, he's speaking, huh? So, okay.
Even like Bhakti Dhira Damodara
Yes.
has been affected by black magic.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so sometimes even advanced devotees get affected. Depend on the opponent, and the time, and that's what they say. So like we devotees, sometimes we have cases where they come and say that I got this kind of effect, and so we are running the Namahata and all that. And some devotees congregation come and complain. So how we should approach the problem? Of course, we can tell them go back and chant, but once they are affected, to get them into chanting is very difficult.
Yes.
So how we should approach such a cases,
When BC Kisena attacked Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, his children were affected. He was very concerned. He was worried about that. But still, he didn't. Himself was affected. His children also were affected. But he didn't go to any astrologer, anybody. He didn't, that's why I said because of the level of his Krishna consciousness. He felt it. He felt something, but he didn't consult any person to contract it. Krishna has to come in and tell him what to do. Shave off his head. He has the dreadlock. That is where his power is. Krishna told Bhakti not to cry in the dream, go and shave off his head. And the next day he did that. And the man died. So for us who doesn't have such a faith or advance, so much advanced our Christian consciousness, so what to do? We have priest now. I think Bada Charu Prabhu is a powerful, he's not here today. They have many mantras to chant, some puja to do for that. So we can consult. So they are necessary in the community. In Varnashram, this is a part of the Varnashram setting. That we should have people like that who will chant the mantras to counteract. We have also devotee here, Chiteshwara Prabhu. Chiteshwara Prabhu. He's not a Jabraga Maharaj disciple. He does all these things. He does. Yeah, so yeah. So he says, yeah, so consult him. Yeah, you know all the mantras to chant to counteract all that. Yeah, so we have. You should be complete. But you should have a balanced system. We have everything complete. So we need weddings. We have the priest to do the necessary things. We want to build a temple construction. What the necessary projects to be done. It should be done.
Maharaj, in South India, there's a lot of love for demigod worship. Even people who come to Krishna consciousness, even if they chant 16 rounds, sometimes they go to demigods, and if you ask them why they're going, they say, we go to the demigods and ask for them to bless us to give for pure devotional service. So we argue that demigods themselves don't have pure devotional service, how they can give it to you. So just wanted to understand this.
Well, Shivajiva Goswami mentioned this in the 11th canto. I was discouraging devotees. I was discouraging devotees that our business, whatever, we should not go to a demigod. But I saw it in 11th canto. So Jiva Goswami, he mentioned it. It is. I was treating it before coming here. Last month, the Bhakti Vedanta, yes, for here, and my student who are doing that. Not this, yeah, Bhakti Sastri. That they are doing Bhagavatam. I just finished treating that before coming here. So Jiva Goswami mentioned there in the 11th canto. It is there. I saw it there. That is there. We don't have much faith. So at least to support them to remain a devotee. It's a support. To encourage them to remain a devotee. They're chanting Hare Krishna. To come to the level of pure chanting of the Hare Krishna and have that faith, it takes some time. So to support those who doesn't have so much high level of faith or Krishna consciousness, they do that. and continue with their Krishna consciousness. I've seen many devotees, initiated devotees, they still have demigods they worship for their business, and they have their altar for Krishna. I've seen that. It is going on. Yes, Prabhu.
So we are saying always Krishna conscious means in human birth one can be Krishna conscious. But is it not possible for demigods like who is in heaven, like Indra, or the other demigods which are there? They cannot be Krishna conscious, or they cannot surrender themselves to the Lord.
In the 5th canto, you find a verse. Sukadeva Goswami is saying the demigods are praying to take birth in India, so they can do devotional service. They're praying to the Lord. If there is a little piety left for our, you still have some little credit of our piety left with us, use that to give us the opportunity to appear in Bharat Varsa, so we can do devotional service. And the reason is given that in the heavenly planet, the facility for sense gratification is high. So it's difficult for them to do. It is rare to go from there. It is rare to go from there. And in the heavenly planet, in the hellish planet, suffering is too much that it's difficult to remember Krishna. When we're suffering too much, difficult to remember Krishna. But here is moderate. And our planet here is moderate. It's not too much, it's not too high, not too less. So it's moderate, so we can handle. So demigods are praying to appear, not even in other places, but in Bharat Varsa. So they can have the opportunity to perform devotional service.
Whereas when many times Krishna shows his opulences or the universal form, all the demigods are showering flowers and all. So they are glorifying every time whenever Krishna shows his opulences. So isn't it the kind of bhakti they are doing? And also when they are feeling the fear from the all demons, then they are also going to Lord Vishnu. So they are always glorifying in that scenarios. So is it not the kind of surrendering?
Lord Krishna just killed Narakasura, Bhaumasura, who took Lord Indra's mother's earring. Krishna killed a demon and went to heaven, and they gave the ring back to Indra to give to his mother. He was very happy and thanked Krishna for that wonderful activity. When Krishna was living there and he took Parijata, Indra fought with him. What does that mean? When Krishna brought the ring to him, he was very happy. Umbrella. He was happy. He congratulated Krishna, he thanked him and appreciated that. Why did he fight him? He's taking just one plant, Parijata, he just took one. He has many all over. Just one plant Krishna took. Not even later on. That very time Krishna was there giving his stolen property to him. As that courtesy is over, Krishna is just taking one plant. Oh, why? Indra fought with him. Prabhupada commented on that. So they are not spiritually placed, they are materially placed. They are glorifying Krishna because he has removed the trouble they are facing. When we have difficulty, we have a different attitude. When we are free from the difficulty, we have a different attitude. We're a different person. When we are when we are in difficulty, we are very humble, very, very humble and submissive. The moment we are free from that, our arrogance comes. It's difficult for demigod to go to Godhead. That's why they want to come here. Yes, Prabhu. We have been silent since.
I know we're talking about demigods right now, but I'm still thinking about the very first questions that were asked.
Yes.
I was a little surprised. No one can approach Krishna directly.
Yes.
So how this question even arises to offer obeisance directly to Krishna, and then afterwards go to the pure glory. I'm just still thinking that most of our temples are designed so that you see Prabhupada and the deities, you go right to Srila Prabhupada. When I enter the temple, go in here in Mayapur, obviously there's two temples. So no matter where I go to Srila Prabhupada first. It's not even a question in my mind.
Yes.
I cannot approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead in whatever form He is mercifully appearing in, except by the grace of the pure devotee.
Yes.
So I really was surprised in that.
Thank you for confirming what I said. Yes. Prabhu, the problem is that, you see, we have a different culture. He mentioned their mentor, their counselor. So that is what they are teaching now. That's the problem. So it's good that he brought it up here so that they can learn. That is why when he said, I say, where did you get this from? Because it is not there. Also in the Viceroy ticket book, it's not there. What is there, question I have told many times, is the Guru first. I cannot offer obeisance to somebody first before my spiritual master to Prabhupada. I cannot.
Now I started with that question that whether I will pay obeisances to others inside the temple.
Not your question. It's Prabhu's question. It's not their own. It's Prabhu's question. Somebody said. Somebody is telling them that it's not their fault. That is what they were told. So it's good. It's good that he brought this. So you can have it clear. We are studying. This is a study place. We should learn the right thing. So we can also make the change. So part of we are learning to others. So thank you. And you also to ask the question.
This question is interesting because we're in the temple, we've already offered our obeisances to Prabhupada.
Yes.
We've already offered our obeisances to sannyasi. So it's very natural to offer your obeisances.
Yes.
It's very natural, senior devotee.
Yes.
We're instructed not to do that when the deity doors are open.
Yes.
So it's a very interesting question.
Yes.
Why it came in my mind yesterday after Mangalarati, you were sitting there during the japa. For japa you have said now. So first I met you, so I was hesitating whether to pay obeisances to you or not. So it started from there, and I learned here that I should not pay obeisances to others if inside the temple. So that's why that question came to me, and I was feeling guilty also. I am not paying obeisances to you at the same time. So that's
All the while we are practicing like what Maharaj said, but when we came here, it's quite different. So that's why.
This is an extremely awkward question because it almost makes you feel
Get the mic.
that
Prabhu, the mic.
when you see someone senior, how do you not want to offer obeisances?
Yes.
It's so natural. And if you do not, it almost feels that you've done something
Improper.
You're not recognizing the etiquette, and but you're not even recognizing that to be humble, and here's a senior Vaishnava.
Yes.
So it's very awkward because the Shastra clearly says, do not do that in front of the deities.
Yes.
But devotees do that in front of the deities.
Yeah.
So,
It's a disrespect to Krishna. That's why it is said you shouldn't. Mm.
What is the answer, Prabhuji? Whether we should pay obeisance or not? What is the answer?
Answer he gave, no?
What?
To your guru and Prabhupada.
No.
Again, other than
Okay. Others we have to go out. If we are outside
Yes,
the
you
temple,
pay,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Guru means everybody is Guru. Once the Guru is Guru, not my Guru. Maharaj, what I thought, yeah. So assume that we are doing a puja, the temple. I see in Mayapur is a big organization and all that. But if you go to like Malaysia, we are very small, Namata and all that. And we are doing a puja, a sannyasi is coming, a very senior disciple of Prabhupada, somebody coming. What we practice in the past is we stop the puja and come back and pay obeisances and then we continue with the puja. That's my understanding all the while. Is that correct or?
No, we cannot stop the puja. Yes, Braj Mohan Prabhu has something.
I think what Padmanabhan Prabhu said in the Vaishnava culture course is there are different kinds of obeisances, and this is also one kind of offering obeisances, so you can do that. We should do that.
Yeah, that is correct. But you cannot stop, you are doing arti, you cannot stop it. You have to complete it. Yes, Prabhu.
okay, so when I give a class in the temple, if the deity doors are open, in the beginning, when I'm saying my pranam mantras, I'm also begging many things from the Vaishnavas who are there, including tolerance, including compassion from them, tolerance from them, all kinds of things. And then as I'm going through Om Gantamra and I'm saying my prayers out loud, I always include Panchakalpatarubhyascha. I'm offering my obeisances to every devotee in the room in front of the deities.
Yes.
So I don't know that that is wrong if the speaker on an asana is saying that in front of the deities. What would you say?
It is not wrong to do that. That is not wrong. This is very, very good. This is a very good point to you. My mind is thinking something as you mentioned. It is not wrong. We if you do that Vancha calculation, we are sitting on, then you are offering obeisances. It's different when you get them from the asana to do that Vancha calculation to the people. That's different. We are saying the pranam, so you bow down, like Braj Mohan Prabhu said. So that is perfect. See, this we can do. And it doesn't violate the principle of disrespecting the deities. And Krishna will be very happy that we respect his devotees more than himself. Mad Bhakta Puja Vyadikas, that's 11th canto. And Bhakti Notakura also confirmed that. If I see a person worshipping Krishna alone, I will run far away from that person. And Krishna himself, he said, if you worship me alone, there is a doubt that will get me. But if you worship my devotee, even alone, there is assurance that will get me. That potency Krishna has given to his pure devotees. So it is wrong for us to bypass the devotees and go to Krishna first, then you come to the devotee, it is wrong. Offer first to the devotees, yes.
Now, from the other perspective, if you're the senior devotee, the sannyasi, and devotees are offering obeisances to you, that should never be to you. They think it's to you.
Yes.
But if you are the person that they're offering the obeisances to, if you're not immediately humbled and thinking, this is not for me, this is for Krishna and Prabhupada and my Guru, and passing it on, then their offering obeisances is making you in the bodily concept.
That's very good.
It's a
very
very
good point.
important point from the other perspective.
Yes, correct.
And
correct.
it
That's
takes
correct.
practice. It takes practice. If you're in a position where devotees offer respects or obeisances, it takes practice to instantly pass it on.
Yes.
And not just ignore it and move on and keep walking.
Yes.
Like nothing happened. Or like, yes, I'm so important. Of course you all. No, you have to be the most humble.
Exactly.
And give everything to your guru and keep nothing for yourself.
Perfect.
That takes a lot of practice.
Yes.
So if any of you in this room ever become sannyas, or any other position in the next generations after you start seeing you as senior, don't think that you keep that for yourself. Instantly you must give everything that is offered to you to Krishna. Or you've misunderstood who is the true owner of everything.
Right.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I never walk past anyone offering obeisances. Whoever the person is, I will stop. Because someone is greeting you. He's greeting you. And you are representing the super soul is offering obeisances to. So last year, I was asked to speak on the Kanisa Madhyam Adhikari to the sannyas candidates. So I told him that what is the quality of a canister? What is the quality of a canister? What is the quality?
Respect the deities.
Yes.
They respect the deities.
Respect the deities.
His knowledge is very faith.
All right.
Faith is weak.
Faith is weak. Prabhupada use the word pliable faith. Prabhupada use that word. A neophyte devotee does not see Krishna in. He doesn't see. You only see the. Yes, only deity. And the varieties of neophyte. Those who go to different temples, all temples they visit. Why? They are all God. It's also part of neophyte. So similarly, if we are offering obeisances to somebody, a person does not look at, doesn't see you, you just walk past like what is that? How do you call that? What quality is that? Neophyte. That's neophyte. It doesn't matter who we are, whatever position we are, if we are human beings, we should realize someone is greeting you because you are representing Krishna. So it is not for us. We should accept it. We should stand and accept the greeting and pass it on to Krishna. Just walk past a person. Huh?
Thousands have gathered. How one Guru Maharaj can respect?
I have never walked past anybody greeting me. I never. Anywhere, anybody, man, woman, whoever. I will stop because I'm greeting a person. I will stop and reciprocate when I greet.
It's feel better for those who are standing or waiting for vision or darshan. It gives a very good pleasing moment. But for that Guru Maharaj who is exhausted or tiring, wherever he goes and people are, he is so favorite that all our people are gathering there. So throughout the day he will be greetings only, he will be doing greetings only. He is only one single soul. Wherever he goes, he comes out of his room and somebody, thousands are like flocking together. So what do you do then?
Thousands of people are greeting you. So you should greet back. The 1,000 people should greet them back. You just walk past people, it's not a decent behavior.
Maharaj, just a sensitive question. I personally know devotees who have left the temple in Hyderabad and Chennai. Some devotees, some brahmacharis who left the temple. So one of the reasons they mentioned was there is too much management authority on us. That's the reason we are leaving. So can
There's
understand
too much?
management authority
Hmm.
on us. So they are not bothered about our concerns. We don't think we have a good future here. So just wanted to know how to look at these issues, Maharaj, because
That is a failure on our part. It's a failure on our part that we're not taking care of devotees the Prabhupada have sent here. So we are misrepresenting the Prabhupada that devotees they don't feel encouraged and are leaving. That is a failure on our part. I heard. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, if somebody leaves, he cries. I heard this. He will cry if somebody leaves the temple, the movement. Prabhupada sent somebody here, it's our responsibility to take care of them, to take care of devotees. In so many ways, so we have to behave in such a way that devotees feel encouraged to stay. Check for me, Bhagavatam 5.5.10. What is it? Let me see if I get it correct. We should behave properly, that is the point. And we should encourage every devotee to feel that yes, this movement belongs to us. Prabhupada gave it to us. And we should live here with confidence in Prabhupada that what he gave to us is perfect. Have you seen it?
10 to 13. 10 to 13 3 strokes combined.
No. 5, 5,
10.
10? Is 3 sukulas together? Okay, let me see. How do you go back? Let me check. Maybe I missed it. Okay. 10 to 13. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I miss it. There is instruction. Instruction. No, it's 5.5. 5.5. No, not this one. Not this one.
Five, 18.
18. Okay. Let me see. It's an advice that the self-David.
One who cannot deliver.
No, not this one. The self-David is giving instruction how, sorry. I forget the verse. How a devotee, especially those of us in position, should act. Even if a devotee is not acting properly, that we should take effort to train the devotee and make them feel valued and encouraged in their Krishna consciousness to continue practicing. It's our responsibility to do that. But yes, the counselors are giving different instructions. Now we also have a wrong idea who is Shiksha Guru. Everybody they are all Shiksha Guru, and in some places I have had experience. the person they consider a Siksha Guru, they will give a contract instruction to Diksha Guru. And then they follow that. All these unnecessary things are going on in our system. It's wrong. It's wrong. And also on the part of those devotees who are living, if you check very carefully, you'll see that they are also making offenses. Without making offenses, nobody can leave the movement. They may have different reasons that they are giving, and also it is true that we are not taking care of the devotee very nicely. But still, anyone who is following very nicely will not leave. They will stay. But we should take care of devotees. It's very, very important. We should take care of devotees. So the devotee will not leave the movement. Other points they have in mind? Yes, Prabhu.
Can I just ask them one more question about this topic before we go to another wonderful topic?
Okay.
When devotees offer obeisances to a senior devotee or a sannyasi, okay, we understand it's expected, it's cultural, it's etiquette. But is that devotee who's offering obeisances doing it in a most superficial, almost bodily conception way? What are you seeing when you offer your obeisances to this senior devotee? Just, he's more senior? I mean, in what sense are you actually wanting to offer your respects as opposed to just doing it mechanically because you're expected to? I mean, everyone here does that.
Yes.
Offers obeisances when you see it. But what are you thinking when you do that? No, I'm honestly asking to see if anyone wants to say what they're thinking. Or if they're not thinking. It's almost easier to say, I'm not even thinking, I'm just doing it.
Yes.
That's not good either.
Right. Yes, Prabhu want to share.
My parents always taught me from childhood that as soon as you see an elderly person, you have to offer respect. So personally, when I came to ISKCON, I thought the same culture is continuing.
So Prabhu's point is, what consciousness are we doing? Like this is just a hereditary thing. Just a culture. But without spirituality inside, it's just a culture. That's the Prabhu's point. What is our mind when we're offering business? What do we understand what business is really stand for?
This person is very close to Krishna, so yeah, so I offer him obeisances. That's what I feel.
Okay, so you
That
think...
would be wonderful if you actually thought like that
Exactly.
every time you offer obeisances.
Exactly.
But are you thinking like that every time?
Not to everyone.
Yeah, yes. So, yeah, that's the point. Yes, Prabhu? Prabhu want to...
Humbleness comes in mind. Humbleness. For me, every time I offer obeisances, that humbleness comes in mind.
Yes, that's good.
Very good. Yes, Prabhu.
Every time I think the Maharaj or senior devotees are obviously representative of Krishna. Whether materially some devotees are connected, but still I'm thinking the position he is maintaining, the position I'm offering the obeisances. Always. That is, I think we should. The position any devotees are there.
Good. Last year, a friend, he said something. Because some issue, very delicate issue, being discussed, and he felt very bad about how everything was going. So he sent a mail. Dear senior devotees, I'm offering obeisances to you because of a position, not because of a spiritual advancement. I felt very concerned about that. Like Joseph, I'm offering obeisances for the years you have been in the movement, not because of your advancement. He said it openly to leaders. This is wrong. Of course, it is okay that at least, I remember one devotee, he told Prabhupada that, I'm not humble, so I cannot offer obeisance. So Prabhupada said, when are you going to be humble to offer obeisance? You should practice it, then you can get it there, which makes sense. So in that sense, we are offering obeisances to someone because of their possession. That is okay. Better than that is to offer obeisances to the person in a better Krishna consciousness. That is where you get the benefit. Yes, Prabhu.
First, I said I always offer, seeing that obviously he is the representative of Krishna. That means I offer the obeisances for his advancement, obviously. But I said, in case someone is in case someone is even attached to the material thing, in that case, many devotees are, you can say, has gone through that situation. Then I think in that case also we should pay obeisances to the, at least he is at the position, for that position at least we should.
Very good. That's good. Thank you. Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
I offer my obeisances to other people because I'm respecting their ability to help me to advance my own Krishna consciousness because of their advancement in Krishna consciousness and their superior knowledge and position.
Good. Just appreciation. You appreciate what you do. Very good.
I'm recognizing their position.
Okay. Very good. Somehow, don't say something. I know your hand is. You are very enthusiastic. Prabhu's question is, what is our mind when we are offering obeisances? What is in our mind? Because the person's position, he comes from the same country with me, he has the same future like me.
Oh, I don't know. I always feel like to pay obeisances the first thing in the morning because I feel like my spiritual life blessed.
Okay, very good.
I think that's what I need, in order to my spiritual life, I need Vishnu's blessing. So that's the reason I pay obeisances, not because of the position, because of anything. But if the senior, because we always need to seek association of the seniors, and I give association to our juniors. So for me, paying obeisances to a senior means our gurus or our senior everything. I get my blessing in my spiritual life. That's what I feel.
Okay.
Juniors, we give association.
So you are giving blessings to them?
No, not blessing. If some very young person comes, nothing wrong.
His instruction them is blessing. Huh? His instruction to them is blessing. You don't have to say it, but that is blessing. And he's taking care of the junior devotees. That's good. Yes, Prabhu.
Mostly my pranams are mechanical, Prabhu, as you said. My mind is absent, but when I do try to be conscious in offering obeisances, what comes to my mind is the other person has done a lot of work for the movement. So even though I might not know the detail of it, but knowing that he has done really a lot of work for the devotees, for the movement, for Srila Prabhupada, and I have to respect that. So that's what comes to my mind sometimes.
Good, thank you. That's good. Someone wants to say. Okay, Prabhu, go ahead. You have your hand is up. Want to say something? Okay, let's finish with this Prabhu's question. It's very, very important because I have seen many devotees. They are offering obeisances to in a very improper, wrong way. Many, I've seen many devotees. Their obeisances, they offer it to this person is my manager, so I will respect him. Even if he's not spiritually high. He's my manager. Because I'm expecting something from him, so I offer businesses to him. And the other person, even if he's very, very high, I have nothing to get from you, so no business. He'll walk past you and offer business to somebody else. I've seen a lot of that. 100% wrong. And so this question is very good. Very good. It's to help us do the right thing. We are doing the right thing the wrong way. So probably want to point it out so we can do the right thing in the right way. We can do a right thing in the wrong way, no benefit. Even though it's the right thing. In the wrong way, there's no benefit. The right thing, in the right way, the right person, in the right place, you get benefit. So this question is very good. Very, very good. It helps us to think, to readjust ourselves and do the right thing the right way. This is what I see from this question. Yes, Prabhu. Mike?
Another way to think of this is it's like when we do obeisances to other Vaishnavas, what we're doing is recognizing the super soul and God consciousness within them. Kind of like when you do namaste, but the difference is you recognize the superiority of Krishna within them.
Thank you. Very good. Yes, Prabhu.
I think that what Prabhu said is, yes, quoting from Shastra, that we're supposed to see in everyone that their body is a temple because Super Soul, Krishna, is living in there. But actually that's the vision of a Mahabhagavad devotee. It's not just an academic memorizing. And until you're a Mahabhagavad, you don't actually see that. At least you're not consciously. Otherwise, you'd see Krishna everywhere at every moment. So we're not quite there yet.
Yes.
So yes, it was good to quote that. And I wish that's what we were seeing when we offer obeisances. That in addition to all the other etiquettes, we're offering obeisances because there's a super soul, Paramatma, right there. But that's the most advanced of spiritual visions.
Yes.
That we aspire for that. And if you really want to think about the super soul being in everyone's body, that takes a lot of conscious practice. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. The next question.
Maharaj, you know about the counseling system that the people who give you Bhakti Viksha classes every weekend. In South India we have this, maybe in other temples also. So there is a system created that devotees are thinking that this person who is giving Bhakti Viksha, taking them to spiritual tours, he will be delivering them back to Godhead. They are forgetting about the Diksha Guru actually. Because the Diksha Guru is giving Diksha to thousands of disciples, but the connection is happening that it's between the spiritual counselor and the people whom he is guiding. So I heard many people saying that I'm not worried about my Diksha Guru, but my spiritual counselor will deliver me back to Godhead.
Neophyte. As neophyte consciousness. A person who is going to take us back home, back to Godhead, is a pure devotee of Krishna. It doesn't matter he's a counselor, he's a whatever he is. The person who will take us back home, back to God, is a pure devotee. Not. So we have this neophyte mentality to think like that. It's neophyte mentality to think like that. And we become attached to that. It is very, very dangerous because I have seen so many devotees who have this kind of mentality. When they left, all the people they were living had difficulties. Some of them also leave. I don't want devotee who in Vrindavan, he left with 20 other devotees who were following him. He took them away from the movement because he was their counselor. So what is established to help is destroying. He's destroying the people. And because they follow blindly. I know some other devotees also, the same thing happened to them. Their counselor left the movement. They became unsteady in their Christian community, and eventually some of them have joined other organizations. They have left this country to join other organizations because their counselor was leading them, and they were thinking that he's a pure devotee, taking them back and back to God. He's a counselor, a neophyte devotee who is just a counselor. So only person who can take us back is God. Is a pure devotee. Yes, Prabhu.
So here is a question. Not every initiating guru is already a pure devotee.
Yes.
Not yet. Perhaps.
Yes. Yes.
So is that devotee that was initiated being taken back to Godhead? And by whom? Because if you say we're being taken back to Godhead by a pure devotee.
Yes.
And if initiating guru is a service to a pure devotee to
Yes.
give diksha, but you're not yourself a pure devotee.
Yes.
If you are truly connecting that soul that you gave diksha to a genuinely pure acharya devotee, that devotee who got the diksha will go back to Godhead.
Yes.
But then there's a shastra that says you can't make more advancement than your own guru.
Yes.
So this becomes an interesting and sometimes troubling topic.
Yes. I have told devotees many times that we are more fortunate than others. Why? What is our fortune? As far as our movement is concerned, we have our pure devotee, the Divine Grace, S.C. Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami.
At least there, there's no doubt.
Yes.
No question.
Yes. So all of us who belong to this movement, we are automatically connected with this Prabhupada. So we have been initiated, introduced to this parampara. So we are connected. See, if we follow, even if our guru is not a pure devotee, but because he connected, he is representing a pure devotee, and we follow this system, we will have his message to go back to Godhead.
That's my understanding.
Yes. Yes. We are connecting everybody to the system. This is a parampara Guru Prabhupada has established. So we are secured. And also we have also our uncles who are also supporting us. So we are fully fortified. We are fortified. Yes, Prabhu.
This issue came up in Prabhupada's time, but in a different way. But the principle seems very similar. In the mid-1970s, throughout North America, we had at least 4 or 5 different sannyasi parties. Of course, the most famous and largest was Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Vishnu John Dhira Damodara party. But there were other sannyasi parties that were traveling around North America. It became very desirable for those sannyasis to do that. And at that time, there was a certain type of preaching that your temple president is not as advanced as a sannyasi. So you cannot make, you're only going to make enough spiritual advancement as he's attached to women, he's a grahasta. This was the propaganda, subtle or overt, that led to many brahmacharis leaving their temples to join these sannyasi parties. And then when this was brought to Srila Prabhupada, he was not happy that you're saying the president of the temple, who is in the Grihastha ashram, that just means, oh, he's so attached to women, you'll never make any advancement by following him. You have to follow sannyasis who are not attached to women. Well, first of all, that's an interesting broad statement. Whether it's true or not in every case.
It is not true. It's not true.
That's another topic.
It's not true.
So Prabhupada just dealt with it in saying, even in the principle that the president may not be the purest of devotees,
Yes.
but the process is going to take those devotees in that temple back to Godhead.
Right.
So
Right.
it's not like you're just limited.
Yes.
And so it's a similar concept in a sense. That even if as long as your guru is properly and lovingly giving you Prabhupada,
You're secure.
you are so secure.
Yes. So that was very detrimental preaching. I would say it's a detrimental preaching. And it's not from a mature person who has a mature understanding about it.
It was a type of caste system.
Exactly. Exactly. Dividing the temple. When you start preaching like that, other temple will be affected. We make other temple empty because they are not a sannyasi. And then they come and follow you. And tomorrow, you carry all those nonsense, the effect of all the nonsense philosophy we have preached. You come upon us. We cannot maintain it. When we leave the movement also, that becomes a heavy devastating issue for devotees who are following. Because we think, oh, I thought you're a pure devotee. But no, it's not. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We take break now. So do we have break today? Huh? We have break today?
Yeah, we should take a break.
Okay, thank you.
Because we're coming back.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Hare Krishna.